We know about the intestinal juice. That intestinal juice have tripeptidase, dipeptidase, monopeptidase, and a enzyme activator enterokinase. Okay, and we already learned about the liver, and that liver secrete bile juice. That bile juice have bile salts and bile pigments, bilirubin and biliverdin, and taurocholates and glucocolloids. And we just say about the pancreas. Pancreas release pancreatic juice, and then pancreatic juice have what? The pancreatic juice have peptidases, endo and exopeptidases, trypsinogen and chymotrypsinogen, carboxy and aminopeptidases, and amylase, lipase, and nucleases also. So now the food enter into the small intestine. That partially digested food which come into the small intestine from the stomach is known as chyme. The masticated food which we swallow is known as bolus. That bolus reached to the stomach. In stomach, some amount of proteins are digested by the action of pepsin, right? And that partially digested food now enter into the duodenum. That partially digested food which is present in the stomach is known as chyme. That means the chyme enter into the stomach. Before the chyme entering into the small intestine, the wall of the duodenum release some mucus, and the wall of the duodenum release bicarbonates because because the trypsinogen and chymotrypsinogen are activated into trypsin and chymotrypsin. That enzymes trypsin and chymotrypsin must be activated and worked in alkaline medium only. So the chyme is come from the acidic medium, but the small intestine and the remaining other digestion or hydrolysis actions are under must be controlled in alkaline nature. That's why the duodenal wall and the pancreas release some bicarbonates to buffer the medium. So bicarbonates are released from the wall of the duodenum and pancreas. That chyme now enter into the small intestine. The small intestine shows so many peristaltic movements, that is mechanical digestion. Along with the mechanical digestion, the hepatopancreatic duct release bile juice and pancreatic juice into the small intestine, right? They enter into the small intestine. Here the small intestine wall release. The small intestine wall have some specialized cells. I have already told you that cells, crypts of Lieberkühn or Brunner glands. Okay, the succus entericus. In that succus entericus there is an enzyme activator known as enterokinase. Our friend enterokinase present in succus entericus, for it is waiting for the pancreatic juice for activation of trypsinogen and chymotrypsinogen procarboxypeptidases, right? Whenever the pancreatic juice enter into the small intestine, along with the pancreatic juice and bile juice, okay, along with the bile juice, pancreatic juice enter into the small intestine, the enterokinase search for the trypsinogen. Where is trypsinogen? I want to activate the trypsinogen now. When the trypsinogen is exposed to the enterokinase, it activated into trypsin. Active form. It is inactive form. Inactive trypsinogen activated into trypsin in the by the action of enterokinase. Now trypsin get that capability, activation and capability in trypsin తీసుకుంది. Now trypsin converts the remaining chymotrypsinogen into chymotrypsin. Activated trypsin acts on chymotrypsinogen inactive form, and this chymotrypsinogen converted into active chymotrypsin by the action of trypsin. Clear? Whenever the pancreatic juice enter into the small intestine, the enterokinase, which is already present in the succus entericus, is convert the trypsinogen into trypsin, and the trypsin now activate the chymotrypsinogen into active chymotrypsin, and the trypsin, very important 2 mark question it is. Trypsin itself converts its inactive form trypsinogen into active trypsin. It is known as autocatalysis. Right. Now all the enzymes are ready to digest the proteins which are present, which are reached the small intestine from the stomach. ఇప్పుడు స్టమక్ దగ్గర నుంచి ఇక్కడికి వచ్చినవి ఏంటి అంటే సమ్ ప్రోటీన్స్, దాల్ అని చెప్పుకున్నాం కదా మనం, సమ్ ప్రోటీన్స్ అండ్ ఆఫ్ కోర్స్ ఫ్యాట్స్ అండ్ కార్బోహైడ్రేట్స్ ఆల్ ఆర్ రీచ్డ్ to the small intestine. Now that chyme is waiting for the action of the enzymes which are present in the small intestine. All these enzymes are activated and worked in alkaline medium, and the pH of the small intestine is nearly 7.8. It is alkaline medium. Okay, it is the optimal pH for the action of the enzymes, pancreatic enzymes and intestinal enzymes. Right. What will happen? I'll repeat once. Trypsinogen converted into trypsin in the presence of enterokinase. Okay, and chymotrypsinogen converted into chymotrypsin by the action of trypsin, and the next trypsin itself converts into its inactive form, trypsinogen itself converted into its active form trypsin by the action of trypsin. Okay, and trypsin activates the procarboxypeptidases and aminopeptidases also as well as. Right, these are the enzymes ready to digest the proteins which are present in the small intestine. So in small intestine proteins are there, proteases and peptones. I'm already told you proteases are the somewhat complex than peptones, and proteins are more complex than proteases. All these peptide chains are undergo hydrolysis by the action of the trypsin and chymotrypsin, carboxypeptidases. Carboxypeptidase and converted into tripeptides and dipeptides. and the tripeptides are converted into dipeptides plus monopeptides by the action of the tripeptidases. Tripeptidases can cut the tripeptides into dipeptides and monopeptides. That means ఇలా ఉన్నది. ఇది ఏం చేస్తుందంటే ఇట్ కట్స్ ద లింక్ బిట్వీన్ టూ అమైనో యాసిడ్స్. ఆటోమేటికల్లీ ఏ dipeptide plus monopeptide will be formed. Right. The dipeptides are undergo hydrolyze by the action of dipeptidase, which converted into monopeptides. That means it is the dipeptide. This dipeptide cut the link between two amino acids. Automatically two monopeptides or amino acids are formed, which are simple absorbable. Okay, this is about the protein digestion in small intestine. Right. Digestion of proteins is completed. ఇంకా మనకి మిగిలింది digestion of fats, digestion of nucleic acids and digestion of carbohydrates in small intestine, because small intestine is the major portion of the digestion of all the biomacromolecules. Not only digestion and absorption of the biomacromolecules in entire alimentary canal. This small intestine is the main portion. Right. This is about protein digestion in small intestine. Now come to the digestion of fats in small intestine. Before going to know about the digestion of fats, I just want to teach about the digestion of carbohydrates. %30 of the digestion of carbohydrates is completed in our oral cavity, right? మనం తీసుకున్న ఈ రైస్, దాల్, వీటిలో రైస్ సంబంధించినంత వరకు 30% డైజెషన్ ఇక్కడ కంప్లీట్ అయిపోయింది. అండ్ ద రిమైనింగ్ పోర్షన్ ఈజ్ క్యారీడ్ టు ద స్మాల్ ఇంటెస్టైన్. మనం కార్బోహైడ్రేట్ డైజెషన్ కోసం స్టమక్లో ఏమి మాట్లాడుకోలేదు, రైట్? సో ద రిమైనింగ్ డైజెషన్ ఆఫ్ ద కార్బోహైడ్రేట్స్ ఈజ్ కంప్లీటెడ్ ఇన్ ద స్మాల్ ఇంటెస్టైన్, రైట్? ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయంటే ఇందులో పాలీసాకరైడ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. యాక్చువల్లీ maltose, some amount of the digestion is completed in oral cavity and some more digestion is completed in small intestine. సో ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేటప్పటికి ఏమన్నాయంటే our small intestine have disaccharidases. Disaccharidases such as maltase, sucrase, lactase. Okay, maltase, sucrase and lactase. The disaccharidases which reach up to the small intestine are maltose, sucrose and lactose. These are the disaccharides which reach up to the small intestine. When polysaccharides also may reach up to the small intestine, the pancreatic amylase and the intestinal amylase, pancreatic amylase works on the carbohydrates and convert them into disaccharides. Right? And these disaccharides are converted into monosaccharides by the action of disaccharadases. Right? I'll explain clearly. 30% of the digestion is completed in oral cavity, and then that polysaccharides and disaccharides reach up to the intestine. There is no digestion in stomach. Okay, when the carbohydrates reach the small intestine, the pancreatic amylase convert the carbohydrates into disaccharides. Okay, amylase cut the carbohydrates into disaccharides such as maltose, sucrose and lactose. These maltose, sucrose and lactose are converted into, it is L, converted into monosaccharides by their respective enzymes. That maltose converted into glucose and glucose by the action of maltase. Maltase divide the maltose into two glucose molecules. As like that, sucrase convert the or divide the sucrose into one glucose molecule and fructose molecule. As like that, lactase convert the lactose into glucose plus galactose. All these are monomers of the carbohydrates, so automatically they absorb into the small intestine. I'll explain about the absorption of the small intestine later. This is about the carbohydrate digestion. Right. Protein digestion also completed. Then next, fat digestion. మూవీస్లో మనం చూస్తూ ఉంటాం, విలన్ హీరో దగ్గర పంపించేటప్పుడు వెనకాల కూర్చుని ఒక పెద్ద విలన్ వాళ్ళ దగ్గరికి ఫస్ట్ చిన్న చిన్న విలన్స్ అందరినీ పంపిస్తాడు, పెద్ద విలన్ చివరిలో దిగుతాడు కదా. అలా కార్బోహైడ్రేట్స్ ఆర్ కంప్లీటెడ్, ప్రోటీన్స్ ఆర్ కంప్లీటెడ్. ఫ్యాట్ ఈజ్ ద బిగ్ molecule and it needs more water for the digestion because it is hydrophobic in nature. The fats are hydrophobic in nature, the remaining are hydrophilic in nature, so they need lesser amount of water for their hydrolysis. But fat doesn't dissolve in water, so it need more energy. So ఇది చివర్లో దిగిందనమాట. ఇప్పటిదాకా రంగంలోకి దిగిన వాళ్ళందరూ అయిపోయారు, డైజెస్ట్ అయిపోయారు. Our enzymes actively digest or hydrolyze that biomacromolecules into their monomers. Okay, now it is the biggest challenge to our digestive system, fat digestion. It is water phobic, it is a big molecule, so there is no digestion of the fat in our oral cavity. Even though our stomach release a gastric lipase, that gastric lipase also failed to digest the fats, and in small intestine also intestinal lipase also failed to digest the fats. Then who will destroy this fat? There is a superpower named bile salts which are released by liver. That bile salts can initiate the digestion of the fats. They may not digest, but they initiate, they give a way. అవి చంపో కానీ అవి ఎలా కిల్ చేయాలి, వాటిని ఎలా డైజెస్ట్ చేయాలనడానికి ఒక చిన్న వే ఇస్తాయి అన్నమాట. దెన్ అవర్ ప్యాంక్రియాటిక్ లైపేజ్ అండ్ ఇంటెస్టైనల్ లైపేజ్ ఆర్ యాక్టివేట్ అండ్ డైజెస్ట్ ద ఫ్యాట్స్. దీస్ బైల్ సాల్ట్స్ ఆర్ గ్లూకోకోలైట్ అండ్ టారోకోలైట్స్. Glucocollates and tarocolaids are emulsified the fats. Actually fat is a big tissue, big macromolecule, biomacromolecule. That biomacromolecule is with very long chains which cannot digest by these enzymes. So these glucocolloids and tarocolloids cut the fat into small pieces. They pack the fat in a droplets. They pack the fat into a droplets, and these droplets are known as micellase, or the process is known as emulsification. So bile salts emulsify the fats. That means actually fat structure is like this: triglyceride and fatty acids. Okay, it is very big chain. What really the bile salts do? Bile salts do this fat into smaller pieces like this. These droplets are have glycerides and fatty acids. So ఎప్పుడైతే ఈ పెద్ద ఫ్యాట్ టిష్యూ అనేది ఫ్యాట్ అనేది చిన్న చిన్న ముక్కలుగా కనిపించిందో ఆటోమేటిక్గా మన ఎంజైమ్స్కి కొంచెం ధైర్యం వస్తుంది. ఓకే, వీ కెన్ డూ. మనం కూడా అంతే, ఏదైనా ఒక పెద్ద కొండను చూసినప్పుడు లేదంటే ఒక 100 కిలోమీటర్ల దారిని చూసినప్పుడు అయ్యే బాబా ఇంత దూరం నడవాలా లేదంటే ఇంత పెద్ద పని చేయాలా అని అనుకుంటాం. అదే పనిని చిన్న చిన్న ముక్కలుగా కానీ కట్ చేసినట్లయితే ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఒక్కొక్క ముక్కని మనం చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్ళిపోతూ ఉంటే మనకు తెలియకుండానే మొత్తం పనిని కంప్లీట్ చేస్తాం. సో ఇక్కడ బైల్ సాల్ట్స్ చేసింది ఏంటి అంటే అంత పెద్ద ఫ్యాట్ టిష్యూని చిన్న చిన్న ముక్కలుగా చేసింది. ఓకే, నేను చేయగలిగింది ఇది, ఇప్పుడు మీరు చేయండి అని చెప్పేసి ఆటోమేటికలీ అవర్ ఎంజైమ్స్ ఆర్ యాక్టివేటెడ్. ఆల్రెడీ దే ఆర్ ఇన్ యాక్టివేట్ కండిషన్. సో ఎప్పుడైతే ఇవన్నీ చిన్న చిన్న ముక్కలుగా అయిపోయాయో దట్ లైపేస్, ఇంటెస్టైనల్ లైపేస్ ఆర్ ద ప్యాంక్రియాటిక్ లైపేస్ కెన్ ఎంటర్ ఇన్ టు ఈచ్ మైసిల్లీ అండ్ ఇట్ స్టార్ట్స్ ద డైజెషన్. లోపలికి వెళ్తాయి, అప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేస్తామట. ఎలా స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాయి అంటే ఫ్యాటీ యాసిడ్స్ని డివైడ్ చేస్తాయి ఫస్ట్. అలానే డైగ్లిజరైడ్, మోనోగ్లిజరైడ్ అండ్ ఫ్యాటీ యాసిడ్. సో ఫస్ట్ ఏం జరుగుతుంది? ఫ్యాట్స్ ఆర్ emulsified by the action of bile salts. Emulsification form అవుతుంది. Emulsified fats are micelles. They are again divided into emulsified fats అంటే diglycerides by the action of lipase. These diglycerides again divided into monoglycerides by the action of lipase. These monoglycerides again divide into glycerol plus fatty acid by the action of lipase. Okay, this is about the fat digestion. చివర్లో దిగాడు. దీన్ని మన బైల్ సాల్ట్స్ ఇనిషియేట్ చేశారు. ఏం చేసాయి? బైల్ సాల్ట్స్ కన్వర్ట్ ద ఫ్యాట్ molecules, big fat molecules into emulsified fats. These are the emulsified fats. Then our pancreatic lipase and intestinal lipase can enter into each emulsified fat and start cutting that fat molecule into first diglyceride. It is a diglyceride, and then next monoglyceride, and then next glycerol and fatty acid. Okay, simple. This is the fat molecule in emulsification. After emulsification process, lipase first cut this link. Automatically it is divided into monoglyceride and diglyceride, and then next monoglyceride, and then next glycerol and fatty acid. This is the process of digestion of fats. So protein digestion, carbohydrate digestion and fat digestion, and then next nucleic acid, digestion of nucleic acids. Right. ఎప్పుడైతే పెద్ద విలన్ చనిపోయాడు, ఆటోమేటికల్లీ దాని పక్కన ఉన్న రైట్ హ్యాండ్ లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, అవి ఆటోమేటికల్లీ వీక్ అయిపోతాయి. పెద్ద వేళను ఎప్పుడైతే అయిపోయాడో మిగతా చిన్న హ్యాండ్స్ ఆటోమేటిక్గా చనిపోతాయి, అవే డైజెస్ట్ అయిపోతాయి, అవే న్యూక్లియోటైడ్స్. అండ్ న్యూక్లియోసైడ్స్. యాక్చువల్లీ డిఎన్ఏ అండ్ ఆర్ఎన్ఏ అని చెప్పాలి. మనం తీసుకునే ఫుడ్లో సెల్స్ ఉంటాయి, ఎదర్ మీట్ ఆర్ వెజిటబుల్ ఫుడ్. దే ఆర్ దట్ లివింగ్ థింగ్ have cell, and that cell have nucleus. In nucleus there is a chromosomes. Okay, and the chromosomes are prepared by a DNA. DNA is nothing but nucleotides and nucleosides. I just want to give a simple explanation about the nucleoside and nucleotide, difference between nucleoside and nucleotide. You already know this. Nucleoside is with nitrogen base. It is a nitrogen base. Okay, nitrogen base with a pentose sugar is known as nucleoside. Okay, and the nitrogen base with pentose sugar, and along with the pentose sugar there is a phosphate molecule. It is known as nucleotide. This is the difference between the nucleoside and nucleotide. The DNA is made by nucleotides. Okay, right. DNA and RNA both are made by the nucleotides. First of all, DNA and RNA digestion చూద్దాం. DNA or RNA is converted into nucleotides and nucleosides by the action of DNAs or RNAs depending upon the nuclear material. If we take RNA material, that RNA is converted into nucleotides and then nucleosides by the action of RNAs. If we take DNA material, the DNA is converted into nucleotides and nucleosides by the action of DNAs. These nucleases are also present in pancreatic juice, right? That nucleotide is converted into nucleoside plus phosphate molecule by the action of nucleotidase. And the nucleoside again hydrolyzed into pentose sugar plus nitrogen base by the action of nucleosidase. So what we take into our alimentary canal have all these molecules, that is carbohydrates are there, proteins there, and fats, nucleic acids also are there. Carbohydrates, 30% of the carbohydrate digestion is completed in our oral cavity, and then the remaining digestion of the carbohydrates are completed by the action of pancreatic amylase, which is present, which is enter into the small intestine. Okay, so automatically pancreatic amylase convert the that glucose molecules into disaccharides, maltose, sucrose and lactose. All these sucrose, maltose, lactose are converted into glucose, galactose and fructose by the action of the maltase, sucrase. Sucrase is also known as invertase and lactase. And then next, protein digestion. In oral cavity there is no protein digestion. Somewhat proteins are converted into proteases and peptones in our stomach by the action of pepsin. In childhood, renin also participated to convert the milk protein casein into paracasein and then proteases, right? The remaining digestion of the proteins are completed in small intestine by the action of the pancreatic enzymes, carboxypeptidases and aminopeptidases, trypsinogen and chymotrypsinogen. Okay, and all these digestion of the proteins converted into proteases and peptones. That proteases and peptones are converted into tripeptidase, next dipeptides, and the next monopeptides, which are nothing but amino acids, which are simple and absorbable forms. Next, fats. Fats are very strong. Fats are the major villains in our picture digestive system. So they still alive up to small intestine, that means up to climax level. After completion of digestion of carbohydrates, digestion of proteins, the fats are enter into that war. That fats are converted into simple molecules by the action of bile salts. That bile salts convert the fats into emulsified fats or micellase. then our lipases get boost to kill the fats. The intestinal lipase and the pancreatic lipase, very important. The pancreatic lipase is also known as trypsin. The pancreatic lipase enter into that micelle and digest the fat into diglycerides, monoglycerides, after that glycerol and fatty acids. So this is about the fat digestion. Whenever the main villain killed, automatically the remaining right hand and left hand RNAs and DNAs also digested by the action of the pancreatic juice. DNAs and RNAs enzymes. DNA and RNA converted into nucleotides and nucleosides by the action of DNAs and RNAs, nucleases. Okay. Whenever the nuclease action is completed, then nucleotides come to that war medium. That nucleotides convert the nucleotide into nucleoside and phosphate. That means that nucleotide converted into nucleoside. This is the nucleoside, right? And phosphate. That nucleoside is divided into pentose sugar and nitrogen base pair by the action of nucleosidase. So this is the nucleic acids digestion.